What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I have a cool video for you which is about this insane Nintendo DS game which you can get for a very cheap price. I got mine for £25 on Amazon, but I think you can get it for around £12 on eBay, which is about $15 if you're from America, and it has 208 games on one DS cartridge. So it's not really a game in itself, but it has 208 games on this little cartridge, and you just put it in and you can play any one you want. And it's an amazing price for what it is. You would think maybe it just had a bunch of cheap games that no one really wants to play that aren't that good, but it has all of the main Nintendo DS games on it, such as the Pokemon games, as I believe it has every Pokemon DS game, but I'm not sure. So it has the main Pokemons on DS, as well as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Pokemon Conquest and a few others. And it also has all of the main Mario games on DS, which I'm really excited to play. So it has New Super Mario Bros. DS, which is the first New Super Mario Bros. Game, and I used to play it so much as a kid, so I'm really excited to play that. It also has Mario Party DS and Mario Kart DS, and I've always wanted to play Mario Kart DS because that's one of the only Mario Kart games that I haven't played, and probably the one I want to play the most out of the ones I haven't played, as it's held up quite well for a Mario Kart game, unlike some of the really old ones that don't have very good graphics to this day. And something I'm really excited for is Super Mario 64 DS, because I've never owned that, but I have played Super Mario 64 a few times and completed it. I recently just completed it on Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and I've heard that the DS one has a bunch of extra content in, like new bosses and levels, so I'm excited to try that. And I kind of wish Super Mario 3D All-Stars had the DS version on, because it does sound better overall, although the controls sound a little bit tricky to get to grips with, as you only have a D-pad to control Mario. But hopefully with the circle pad it won't be too difficult on my 2DS. So yeah, those are some of the Mario games that I'm really excited for. There's also just a bunch of really cool ones like GTA Chinatown Wars, which looks like a really cool GTA, and it's not in the normal style of GTA as it's like top down, but apparently it's got some really good missions and gameplay, so I would recommend playing GTA Chinatown Wars if you get the DS, and I'm going to start playing that one later today, I think. It also has a bunch of Sonic games and Kirby games, and another game I'm really excited for are the Zelda games on DS, and my favourite one that I think I'm going to play first is Zelda Phantom Hourglass, as it's a sequel to Wind Waker, which I played Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, and that was such a good game, and I'd like to carry that one on the DS, and I've heard it's quite good. I haven't heard too much about Spirit Tracks, which is the Zelda game that came after the Phantom Hourglass, but I think both of them are meant to be good, but not like the best Zelda games out there, but they're still pretty cool for what they are. When I first loaded up this 208 games in one card, the only issue I had with it was that I couldn't decide what game to play first, as there are so many, and that's probably the hardest thing about this cartridge. It would take so long to get bored of this, because you can just switch games if you feel like you're playing too much of one game, and the Pokemon games alone just have so much content in them, as well as the Mario ones, so you can probably just never get bored of this. If you find yourself getting bored of a bunch of games you've got and you don't really have much to play, then this is a really good cheap way of getting a bunch of fun games to play. And also you have the added benefit of the DS being portable, so you can play them wherever you go, like in a car journey or at school or whatever. Once I've played a lot of the games like this, I'll probably make a follow-up video of me ranking maybe my top 10 favourite games that are on it, and so it can give you a bit of an idea of what to play on it first if you decide to buy this. So that would be a cool idea, and hopefully it's not too hard for me to choose my top 10, because there are so many to choose from. I'm sure a lot of the Mario games will be in my top 10, and the Pokemon ones as well. Another good game on this 208 games is Animal Crossing Wild World, which I've heard a lot of people say is one of their favourite Animal Crossing games, and it looks really cool, and I really like the graphics in it. It has the classic Animal Crossing look from the olden days, like the GameCube one, and I'm excited to try that one out and have my own village, as Animal Crossing is like a great game you can play just whenever for a few minutes, and just play when you're bored or something, and there's always something new to do on it, which is cool. There are also similar games to this that have a bunch of DS games, and I've seen one that has, I think, 482 DS games in one, which would also be a really good DS game to buy. But I've heard, I'm not sure how true this is, but I've heard the 482 one has it has a lot more games, but a lot of them aren't as good as the ones on the 208 games in one DS card. So I haven't actually compared them, but I've heard the 208 games one has more main DS games on that lots of people want to get. But I suggest you just look at the game lists for both of them and choose which one you think has the most games you want to play on, if you're going to get one of them. But I definitely recommend you buy either one of them, as just having over 200 games is a lot, and it'll definitely be worth it if you play even 2 or 3 of them, because most of the games are the same price as the whole game pack, so there isn't much downsides of buying this if you want to get a new game. Here is the box it came in, which has a picture of a bunch of cool games on it, and if we turn it over, it has a list of many of them, but for some reason it stops at 80. I guess they couldn't fit them all on. And it says Nintendo DS and new 3DS, and it works on my 2DS, and I think it works on any DS model or any 3DS model, which is pretty cool. So yeah, 208 in one. Pokemon and Mario. When you open it, it comes with a little box inside that had the cartridge in, and my cartridge is in my DS at the moment. And here's what it looks like. It's just got 208 in one on it, and new Nintendo 3DS Super Combo. And it's just a normal DS cartridge with I think an SD card in or something, and you can just put that into your DS. Okay, when you turn on your DS or whatever, it will say SpongeBob. It will look like a SpongeBob game, but if you open it, it'll take some time to load, and then it comes up with this menu, which it doesn't have anything on. I've checked a few of these and it doesn't have anything on them, but I think you can just add your own games if you know how to do that. But here is the DS games. You click on this, and it loads up the list of all the DS games, which it does have 208. It takes so long to go through them all. There's so many games, it's amazing. Okay, so there we go, 208 games, and back to Pokemon at the start. So yeah, it has so many good games on it, and it's definitely worth the price, because each of these games cost so much money. Like, all the Pokemon games cost so much to get, and it was just £25 for this card with all of them on, and a bunch of other games. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video on the best DS game money can buy. I really hope you guys enjoy this DS game if you decide to buy it for yourself, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and also comment what you want me to make a video on next, as I'm happy to do almost like anything, especially gaming related. So yeah, leave a comment, and I will respond, or even make a whole video based on what you comment. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.